Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Living to Learn. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day, out of your busy life to watch my video, to listen to what I have to say. Before I get started, I do want to mention in the description of my video, you're going to find my Instagram and TikTok handle at Live to Learn Coaching. There you can follow me for more content, and you can also reach out to me directly if there's anything you want to communicate with me. That's at Live to Learn Coaching, TikTok and Instagram, same handle. Also in the description of the video, 3 opportunities to support my channel financially. And I want to say thank you to those of you who have already done so. I do appreciate the financial support. It really does allow me to continue to do this on a regular basis. It's something that I'm really thankful for those who have done so. And I want to start off this video by saying Happy Mother's Day to my mother. Mom, I love you, appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you've done for me, everything that you continue to do for me to this day. For my kids, for your other grandkids, and you've just been amazing to our family. You've been a very important part of my family and my life. And today's video is for you because I want to discuss some lessons, some things that I've learned from you personally. And so I just want to start off with saying I really did appreciate being able to spend Mother's Day with you, with all of the other mothers in our family. And I want to say something else. You know, moms in particular, women in particular just have this, they have a certain strength, a certain resilience about them, right? I mean, they give they give birth to children. It is, if you've ever been in a room and with your significant other having a child, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's something that you, as a man, we can't comprehend it. It's something else. And so with women, it's like you already see this strength, right? This certain resilience, they're just built differently. And moms, even more. And there have been some significant things that I've learned over the course of my life from my mother. And Mom, it's funny because you're always, not always, but you don't give yourself the credit that you should. And I understand you're not a person that likes to brag or boast, but I don't think you realize just how much you've taught me. So I hope that you'll see it in this video. And those of you that are watching, if you're a mom or if you have your mother, make sure you tell them that you appreciate them. And if you're a mom, I hope that you feel appreciated today, because the role of mom is so important. It's been such a significant part of my life. Had things gone another way, I don't know that I would have ended up as the person that I am today. And for that, I have most of that to contribute to my mom. Now, first of all, I'm thankful for both of my parents. And I've made a video on some of the things that I've learned from my father, who's very important in my life as well. And I'm very fortunate to have 2 parents in my life, but not only two good ones, right? It's one thing if you have parents and they're just not good parents. I don't know what that's like. And because I don't know what that's like, I consider myself a very, very fortunate, lucky, blessed, whatever you want to call it, individual. But my mother has taught me many things over the course of my life. And again, of course, like anyone else, I'm human. So most of these things I didn't really understand, realize, or recognize until I got older. But now that I'm older, now that I'm 44 years old, which is crazy to hear myself say that, because sometimes I still think I'm young. And I guess I am young, depending on how old you are. But yeah, my body will remind me real quick. Like, yeah, you're not 18 anymore, buddy. But anyway, at 44 years old, I'm looking back, I'm realizing I'm really able to appreciate the things that I've learned, that I've been given. So one of the most important lessons that my mother has taught me, and I want you to remember, for those of you that are listening, I want you to understand, I'm not talking about words. I'm not talking about things that she's told me. Yes, she's given me some great counsel. Yes, she's given me some wise words. But I'm talking about what she's modeled to me. I'm talking about what I've seen her do, how she does it, who she is, and that's what's influenced me. So one of the biggest lessons that I've learned from my mother is Resilience. And that means doing things even when you don't want to do them. You know, I think I defined, I can't remember which video it was, it's been a while ago, but I think I defined resilience as almost like, just imagine this rubber band that is stretched, right? If you've ever messed with a rubber band, you know that they can stretch pretty far. But as soon as you let it go, it comes back. So you stretch that thing as much as you want, you let it go and it comes right back to its original form. And that's resilience. That is a person who has dealt with, has been pulled in so many different directions through grief, through pain, through just life experiences. This is someone who has endured. And no matter how much was put on her plate, she always came back. And my mom taught me that. She taught me that it's important. Why is it important? Because your life is not just about you. There are others watching. There are others who need you to be resilient. So she passed these things on to me. She's shown me these things. She's lived these things. So that's one lesson I take from my mother: resilience. Another thing that I learned from my mother is kindness. There's no reason to be unkind. Now, here's what she didn't teach me. She didn't teach me to be a doormat. She didn't teach me to be a punching bag. That's not what this is about. It's not saying just comply and let people walk all over you. That's not at all what she taught me. But she taught me that it's very important, when you have the opportunity to be kind, to make people feel good around you, that you should do that. That you should make that something that you do. Because why not? And I remember when I worked at a tech company, one of my first sales jobs. And I remember I had promoted, right? I promoted from a sales development rep to an account executive, right? It was a step up, more responsibility as well. But I moved, like my desk was in another part of the building. And we used to send these little thank yous. They used to give us opportunities to send like a thank you note to, one of our coworkers or a manager. And one time I came back to my desk and I had one of those notes on my keyboard. And I looked at it. And it was a good coworker of mine. And her and I had been sales development reps together. She was still in that role, and I had moved up to account exec. And again, like I said, we no longer sat in the same area. And her note pretty much said, "Hey, I miss you sitting in this area. You always brought good vibes. It was just pleasant to have you around." And you know what? When I read that, yes, I was proud of myself. I was proud that I had made that, impact on that individual. And that's something that I strive to do. But I thought about my mom. I thought that's my mother. That's her brilliance. That's her example. That's what she gave me. Just be kind. Unless someone gives you a reason, and it's got to be a real reason not to be kind. Make people feel good around you. Make people feel good just being around you. And that's what she's done for me all my life. So I learned that. Very important lesson. And third, lastly, and again, these are only 3. I've learned so many things from my mom. I could make a whole series on it. Last but not least, she taught me the importance of believing in myself, Even before I see things happen. Even before I reach my goal. You know, I was a terrible student in high school. I just didn't apply myself. I've always been an intelligent person. I've always been a smart person. I've always had a good head on my shoulders. I've had no excuses. I just didn't apply myself. But you would have thought that I was, you know, getting a 4.0, ready to go on a full ride scholarship to any college I wanted to, the way that my mother would talk about me, the way that she would talk to me. It's almost as if she saw something in me that I hadn't yet seen. She never stopped believing in me. She never stopped thinking that I could do this, this, and that. And again, this is one of those lessons that I learned late in life. That I've got to believe in myself. And I'll tell you this. It's important that we believe in ourselves. But if you're fortunate enough to have someone like I've had in my life, someone like my mom, who's believed in you, even when you didn't know how to believe in yourself, consider yourself a very fortunate individual. And I do that. And I do consider myself a very fortunate individual. And it's because of my mother. And these are 3 lessons that I've learned from her, that she's modeled to me, that she showed me just by being herself. So, Mom, if you're still watching, love you. Thank you. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it. And if you're watching this, I hope that this spoke to you. And I hope that if you didn't have the opportunity to have a mother like mine, if you didn't have the opportunity to have someone in your life, a parent, a guardian figure, that you would believe in yourself enough to know that you could be that for your children or anyone else who needs you to be you. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.